Okay, hi, my name is Alondra, and my final project is going to be on the state of Washington. Right, starting with the atmosphere. So, atmosphere comes with the climate, weather, winds, and seasons. The climate is very temperate, it's right in the middle. It's between, it just depends on which side of the state you're on. If you're on the east side, you're going to be experiencing a cooler climate, and then on the west side, you will be experiencing more of a mild, humid climate. For the weather, it is in like an average weather 33 to 77 degrees. It does get a little bit cooler than here, like in California, and it also does have a higher chance of snowing there. Sometimes it can even reach negative. For the winds, it can reach up to 50 miles per hour and gusts up to 80 miles per hour. And then for the seasons, the spring is very temperate and there's a decrease in rainfall, and it's also known as a whale watching season. And then summers are a typical summer, warm and sunny. Nature also does bloom a lot in spring, and then the best time for tourism would be in the fall for Washington. So, continuing, we also have pressure, storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, the Köppen-Geiger climate classification, and their precipitation patterns. The pressure average is 30.18, and then for storms and all the natural disasters and all that, it just depends on the time of the year. Washington is more known to have snowstorms or windstorms. For the Köppen-Geiger climate classification, it is known to be a warm summer Mediterranean climate. For precipitation patterns, it ranges from 32 to 37 inches because it does have the border between Canada. And then continuing with the lithosphere. So Washington is known to be very mountainous. It is known for the chain called the Olympic Mountains. Has Mount Olympus, which is the tallest mountain in the state, and it's just very popular for that state to have a lot of mountains. But except for South Central Washington, which seems to have a flatter surface known as the Columbia Plateau. So continuing the geological features, it is known to have a lot of volcanoes, a lot of active volcanoes as well. They could be dormant as well, but they do have Mount Adams, Mount Baker, Glacier Peak, Mount St. Helens, and Mount Rainier, and much more. So, continuing with the hydrosphere, Washington also does have a lot of lakes, ponds, and rivers. The longest would be the Columbia River. It enters Washington from Canada in the northeastern corner, and it does flow for 1,200 miles. And the second largest river would be the Snake. Continuing, Washington does have a lot of lakes, a popular one being the Franklin D. Roosevelt Lake, covering 123 miles. And it does have a lot of dams. It does have around 90 dams. And yes, that one as well. And for the biosphere, Washington, it may be known for its moose, elk, and deer. It does have a lot of that because they do have a lot of forests, and they have a very diverse ecosystem. Whether it's in the marine pools, the marine waters, tide pools, rainforest, or the coniferous forests. And they also do have huge parklands as well. Continuing with iconic ecosystems, this includes the Pacific Coast, conifer forest, and the high mountains, and including all the volcanoes as well. For endemic ecosystems, they have many unique ecosystems, including the Columbia River, and that would be probably the most popular one. And for disappearing ecosystems, they do have a number of disappearing ecosystems due to the growing population and conversion to farmland and fire suppression. So that will be the end of my final project. Thank you.